The way chickens reproduce is fascinating, and I would love to tell you all about it. You probably know that hens lay about an egg a day. So if you don't have a rooster, your chickens will still lay an egg a day. Just like human women, you'll still ovulate. You'll still have your menstrual cycle, even if you're not around men at all, even if you're not trying to reproduce. So chickens are the same way. They will continue to lay eggs, even if you don't have roosters. But if you do have roosters, then your hen and your rooster will get together and do the thing that they do. Your hen and rooster only need to get together about once every 2 weeks-ish. And all of that rooster seed stays inside the hen, and she is able to self-fertilize every egg that she drops. If you've ever seen a hen walking around with her little baby chicks, you know, in real life or in movies, and you've noticed that all of those chicks look the exact same age, like they were hatched on the exact same day, and ever wondered to yourself, how is that possible? Because if she's laying one egg a day, then the first egg she laid has to be about 2 weeks older than the last egg that she laid. How are they the same age walking around behind her? And I'm gonna tell you. So going broody is the term that we use when a chicken starts to lay a nest of eggs with the intention of wanting to hatch them. So for most of our chickens, what you'll see is they'll hop in, they'll lay an egg, they'll leave, they'll go do their thing, they don't care about it. Chickens that go broody will lay their egg and hang out there. They stay there, they're protecting their eggs. They don't want anyone to take their eggs. They don't want a predator to come around and eat their eggs. They're gonna keep their eggs safe. And then they'll do that for about 10, 12, 14 days until they have an entire collection of eggs ready to go. And meanwhile, the entire time, they've been self-fertilizing those eggs. Every egg that they lay every day, they self-fertilize it, and they continue to build up their collection. They start with 1 egg, then 2 eggs the next day, and then 5 days later, they have 5 eggs. And then 2 weeks later, they have an entire collection of eggs. For the 2 weeks that they're laying an egg a day, they're sitting there keeping them safe, but they're not incubating the eggs. So even though the first egg that they laid for their nest and the last egg that they laid for their nest were laid about 2 weeks apart, none of them have been incubated yet. So they're just there dormant. And then once the hen finally is done laying eggs and she sits on her nest to incubate them, now the eggs start developing into embryos. It takes about 21 days for an egg to incubate and grow into a chick. So she'll sit, once she's fully there all day long, you as the farmer need to keep a store of food and water near her so that she can stay there. And she only needs to hop off once, maybe twice a day to have a little bit of food, have a little bit of water, and then she gets back on her nest and she remains incubating them for 21 days. So cute. Do you like those chickens? So 21 days later, eggs will start to hatch. It should only take about 24 hours for all of the eggs to hatch. And then after a day or two, she will get up with her chicks and start walking around with them, teaching them how to find food, how to find water. Feed them, grab a little bit of food, and hold out your hand, and she can eat from your hand. Ooh. Bye, chickens. I hope that you found that interesting, because when I learned all of that, I thought that it was so fascinating. It's such a different system to the way that mammals operate. And if you have any questions, or if there's something that I left out, please leave a comment so that I can answer your questions or maybe fill in some gaps that maybe I forgot about.